It was back in the 70s that we last caravanned in France, so now we wanted to revisit some of our old haunts in Normandy, Brittany and the Loire Valley, as we had happy memories of medieval towns and lovely coastlines. Back then we'd visited a beautiful old town, and I particularly remember a large golden clock over a tower. I know it was here in one of these medieval towns, but I can't quite remember which one, so it was now my mission to find it. On the way we stopped off at Mont Saint-Michel, an impressive landmark that we normally pass by. It's perched on a rocky inlet surrounded by sandbanks, and a steady climb through the numerous shops and museums finally brings you to the top for a fantastic view. Dinan is in the eastern part of Brittany, south of Saint-Malo and Dinard. It's a very impressive old medieval town, set on a hillside overlooking the River Rance. It's one of the most visited towns in Brittany, and we're sure we've been here before, so maybe it was here we'll find the clock. The ramparts surrounding the town are more or less intact and cover almost 3 kilometres. The historical centre of Dinan is just a place to wander around, stopping off for the occasional traditional snack, then a pleasant stroll down a cobbled street to the River Rance. But no clock. Now this looks promising. You enter the walled city of Saint-Malo through archways to a warren of little streets packed with gift shops and lots of places to catch a bite to eat. We've been here before, but I'm not sure if a clock is here. We've given up forever on finding the clock, so we moved on down through France. We made our way to the Loire Valley. This is a lovely part of France, best known for the beautiful chateaux and charming little towns. There are hundreds of churches, abbeys, castles and chateaux to admire in the Loire Valley. They are all very impressive and well worth taking the time to wander around. The downside though is trying to remember all the information and history in each one, and it was testing to say the least. Against the backdrop of clanging bells and eerie music, 6 golden dragon heads emerged out of windows, snapping their jaws, and serpentine tail twirls from an attic window. It's very nice, but it's not the clock. Hang on, this looks familiar. Could we find the clock here at last? All these medieval towns are starting to look the same now. I'm giving up for good now, so it's time to make our way back to Calais for our ferry home. First, we have a few more stops on the way. In clear view of our caravan site stands this derelict castle which was built by Richard the Lionheart in 1197. Richard carefully chose the site for his fortress, and he took maximum advantage of the strategic position. It is today a beautiful spot with great views over the River Seine. Since we come in France a month now, we've been looking for an archway with a clock above it. Because we saw it in the 70s when we came here first of all. We've been to Dinan, all round. Now we've come to Rouen. Here it is. Last place to visit before we catch our ferry, and would you believe it? At last I found it, quite by accident I add, as I have no recollection of ever coming to Rouen before. The clock tower has been here since 1390, so I must have seen it in another life maybe. So there you have it. It's quite nice, isn't it? Now, where did I put my caravan?